Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Obviously it's been a while, not that anybody cares. I feel like the only people that were watching my videos were like my friends that knew I had a channel, or like, I don't know, probably bots. I don't know who chose to watch my videos, and if you do happen to be real, hi. I'm gonna kind of just be explaining in this video like what my actual aim is with this channel, and I'm doing it more for myself, I feel, because I kind of just want to use a clean slate. I have already started my skincare, but I was recording it and then I realised that I didn't like what I was yapping about, so let's just delete it. I want to stay on topic. We actually need to address the elephant in the room, and I can't go off on a rant because I am actually literally getting ready for school right now, so I can't be late. Obviously I kind of had this thing going on where it was like a video every Wednesday. I think I was doing it at like 5 p.m. My issue wasn't making videos or editing videos, although I will say actually it gets draining, but I didn't mind because I found it fun. The thing was, it was actually like knowing what video to record, and I think for one I've just been like a really weird like genre of videos. Obviously I like watching lifestyle videos on YouTube, or like vlogs, or just trying to be a better version of you, but I wasn't even living up to that like at all. I began to cringe myself out, like my last couple of videos specifically, at what I was doing, because it just wasn't even authentic. I was just trying to be productive for the sake of YouTube, and I don't want to feel like I'm relying on making a video to do something with my day. Like, that's probably not healthy, so I just stopped. I don't regret it. I haven't missed it, I'll be so honest. Basically what I waited for is to get an iPhone to start recording again, which obviously that's what I'm filming with right now. Because what I do, right, I obviously the video would go out at 5 p.m. and then like I'd be at my grandma's every Wednesday when that happened, so I'd wait till I got back home to get my iPad and watch it, and I'm not even kidding, I think I could count like 6 pixels on the screen. That's how shit my quality was, so I'm hoping this is slightly better. If like anything ever like happened with YouTube and it was like working out for me, I would love to get a camera. The idea of it does stress me out. Like, I don't know, I think my mum bought me a camera actually when I was younger, because I've always had this obsession with trying to film videos, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't think I ever used a camera, I just looked at it, I don't know, I think I put it in my room somewhere, but it's just kind of the point of it. I didn't want to keep producing that kind of like crappy content. It's still going to be crappy content, let me be like really clear, but I'm going to be kind of moving away from like the whole lifestyle shit, because obviously I'm doing my makeup right now, so that's kind of giving lifestyle, but I'm going to talk about books because I can. I think what's funny about this channel is I started this channel when my friend Jasmine started her YouTube channel, and I didn't know she was making videos until I announced to my friends that I had started doing it. I think it's when I did my first like makeup routine tutorial, and she was like, oh, I do too, and that was really cool. So I obviously went to her channel. Basically she did a video, and it was like, I think I've spoken about this before, this is the funny thing, but I spoke about it back when I didn't read, so like it's interesting now to kind of see like what's happened with me. She did a video and it was like what these TikTok books kind of like, what songs they remind me of, and she included Shatter Me in the video. If you don't know what Shatter Me is, get to know. I just liked the song that she used, and I commented on it and I was like, you've intrigued me with Shatter Me. I said something like that, and I had no, like absolutely no interest in buying this book. I would have never bought it. But then Queen Jasmine actually bought me the Shatter Me book for Christmas of 2025. So I think it took me like actually 2 months to pick that book up, and when I did, I knew I was a different person. I was hot, and I've been a different person for a while, unfortunately, and I literally just don't have the time to pretend to be as productive as what I was doing in my videos. I'd much rather not lie to you all and yap about a book. I feel like this is actually though a really niche genre, and that has been my issue, or like I guess concern with doing this, because anybody who is subscribed to me right now probably doesn't care, so I do apologise. Like, if you want to unsubscribe you can, but like honestly that kind of works for me because I need to attract this new audience. I don't know where you all are, I know you're somewhere, because I've been just like binging like loads of, do they call them booktubers? I don't know, I know they call it book talk for TikTok, and that's like my entire For You page, because that's where I get all my recommendations from, obviously. But the thing is, because I only started reading in February, like we don't have a lot to catch up on. So because I'm filming this in June, I presume it's going to come out in June. I'd do a really shit job if it like ended up being a month later. But I think it makes sense if I did like a half a year wrap up where I spoke about every single book I've read this year, because that's every book I've read in my life. And then after that we can start doing a routine of just like a monthly wrap up, and then any videos that I want to do in between. That is what I'm seeing people doing anyway, that I enjoy watching. Like, I didn't know this was a thing until I actually found it, and I was just obsessed, and I feel like it calls out to me. But I say this, I'll probably do about 5 videos and then give up, but if I don't try I won't know. And also the idea of doing a reading vlog, because I love that concept of like filming your reaction for the first time, and because I'm brand new to reading, what I love is there's so many classics, I don't know if you should call them that, but like really famous book talk books that I'm yet to get. And for my birthday, for example, the haul is going to be crazy because I've already bought so many books, and they are like actually favourites. Like, you got Akatar, Fourth Wing, I've not even touched them books, and we could do reading vlogs on them, and I get to experience it for the first time, which excites me because I know how lucky I am to have that experience for the first time. I was told that when I started reading Shatter Me and when I read Boys of Tommen, like, it's your first time reading it, like really make the most of it, and I didn't. And then I finished it and it was gone. So I think it's really fun to like actually record my reaction. I just don't understand how people do it. Like, are you recording yourself the entire time reading it, and then you have to like edit all the footage? Because reading a book could take like 8-9 hours in total, maybe even 10 for me. Like, I really don't know if that's possible, but I'd love to try. I think just like monthly wrap-ups would be quite easy to do. Well, not easy, but I think it'd be quite chill. Like, I could just talk about books for ages. The thing is, I've read 34 books this year now, so by the time that we get to my half-year wrap-up thing, I'm probably gonna have read like maybe 2 or 3 more too. I'm currently in the Book of Azrael. There's currently 4 books out, and I think it's like 6 or 7 books in the series, but they're big books, and I don't actually know. Right, genuinely, there is never a reason for a book to be 800 pages unless your boys have Tommen. What is the reason? Because the first one was about 600. It took me 5 days to get through that, which is quite slow for me. I tried to read books in 3 or 4. That was 600 pages. This next one is 800. Like, is there actually a need for that? I feel like you're just milking it, but I do enjoy the book and the plot and the characters. I know like immediately when a book's gonna be like a god tier book, and this is not a god tier book, but it's a good book. So yeah, I'll probably actually try and finish that series, and then I will do, in fact, I'd really like to finish my physical TBS like first. Obviously it's the rest of the books from that series, and then I think it's called Back to You. I read the first one and I gave it a 2.75 because it was shocking. I'll speak about it more when I actually go into it, but I'd like to read that one as well. So yeah, anyway, moving on. I just feel like this is a good place to start with the whole booktube thing. The thing is, I could still do like some similar videos to what I was already posting with the whole lifestyle kind of shit. I still want to do my makeup and yap. Like, we can still probably do that too, but like, I just feel like I have a heart for books now, and I didn't know that was who I was, but it definitely is, and we're all just gonna thank Jasmine for that. I will plug her channel. I don't know when, I don't know where. I probably already did it actually. So I am worrying about editing this video with a new phone because I got so used to my old phone and editing. I use CapCut. An iPhone is just so weird. They are just very different, like settings and what you click and this and that, and I literally have barely had any time to get used to it, and I'm just like recording already. So we'll see how editing this goes, or even making a thumbnail. Like, that's quite jarring. I don't know how I'm gonna manage to do that. It's currently 10:23, which means that I'd be getting up usually at this time, which is great, or maybe I'd be like starting to apply my lashes, which could take like 10 minutes or 50, which is why I got up early to make sure that I had time for this video. I mean, I just feel really good because I have so much time to actually get ready. Yeah, we're doing a slick back today. I'm not the biggest fan of slick backs, and usually I do a claw clip to give myself like volume, so it's kind of like up there, but I don't want to, so I didn't take my pill. Also, I just wanted to show this quickly. This is the book I'm on about, the second book in the series of the Book of Azrael. This one's The Throne of Broken Gods. What book needs to be this long? Like, actually, I don't read a lot of long books. Like, the only like series that's been really super long is Boys to Tommen, and I think one of them was like 900 pages, which is big, but it is a really deep plot. Like, there is so much to it that you have to unravel, so I get it, and I wasn't bored once. Like, sometimes it feels like these are long chapters too, and small font, and it feels like it doesn't need to be. So I look at this and I kind of like just want to cry, which probably is not a good sign. I gave the first one a 4.25. I wanted to give it more, but I couldn't, and I also predicted the ending from the beginning. I still cried. That's how I obviously like the characters because I still cried, but I don't know, I predicted it, so it wasn't that much of a shock. I kind of just saw it coming. The thing is, if I could write the book, it probably isn't the most amazing book, because I'd like to be an author. Genuinely, that is what I would want to do, but I think I lack in the actual making a plot department. I think my writing's good, but I think making the book and making it shocking or unique or whatever, that's where I'm not that good. So if I can predict your book, I don't know. It's just a thought. I am working on my writing. Speaking of which, I've just done my language coursework, which I think is like 20% of the grade. Very exciting, I know. But I had to do like a story. Obviously, it was like a 800 words. It had to be between 750 and 825, so I did about 800. Like, I originally did 1,000. I thought it was going to be an 1,000-word story, and then I had to knock it off, and I was so annoyed. There's literally nothing left in this, so I'm going to bin it. But yeah, it's basically about this girl, and she's a servant. Obviously, this was only 800 words, so I don't know the ins and outs, but I think it'd be really cool to actually make a story from it, because obviously I can do whatever I want. It's my work. And in this world that they all live in, the villain is technically the winter. Like, it tries to kill them all, and they need to keep the frost away from the borders and keep the sun going. So they have to bound 2 heirs every single century to the sun to keep the cycle, like, keeping up. That didn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, basically the ceremony's happening, and then, yeah, the woman heir catches on fire, and then the servant gets involved and tries to, like, smother the flames, but then the flame goes to her, and then she ends up being this sun bearer immortal person. But honestly, I feel like I could make such a good book out of that. We could have like a full-on enemies to lovers fantasy kind of vibe. Like, that is literally my favorite thing in the entire world. I think at one point, like, I actually wouldn't read anything as well. This is quite funny, but I literally wouldn't read anything that was not enemies to lovers. Like, they had to physically despise each other and hold one another at gunpoint, or I didn't want to watch it. watch it, read it. It probably says a lot about me. But I think when I read Boys of Tom and Guys, like, it just changed my perspective on anything, everything even. But if I could recommend you one book to read, start with Binding 13. I actually rarely see anybody saying it's bad. Like, you're always going to find mixed opinions. You're never going to find, like, a book on Goodreads, for example, which is exactly 5.0 stars. There's always going to be somebody that did not like it. And obviously there is the same with Binding 13, but I don't see anybody actually ever critiquing it on the likes of TikTok. Like, it's only ever really good things. Not just good things, like, people love it. People are me. This is making me realise I need to pluck my eyebrows. I do them quite straight, like here, but, like, low-key my actual eyebrows going down, which isn't a good look. I'm not going to do bottom lash mascara. I don't know if this is just me, no matter what mascara I use to. It might be my concealer actually that attracts the mascara, but it smudges. It doesn't smudge, but I get like black spots, like really faint ones. But what's the point of doing a really light concealer to brighten my under eyes if I'm going to put mascara on and then you're just going to transfer? Anyway, I'm hoping today's going to be a nice day because we're literally in this like corset top thing and I'm walking to college, so I don't know what to do about that. Because I should probably put a jacket on. I just don't want to. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video because I am ready. I'm so proud of myself though. Like, I'm actually so early right now because I'm usually about 10 minutes late. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'm going to be back soon. I do plan basically, if you haven't taken anything away from this video, take this away. I'll probably be doing not a June wrap up, half a year wrap up for January, February, March, April, May, June. We've read 34 books. I'll have read more by then, maybe like 2 or 3 more. That's going to be really difficult to cover all in one video because I am such a yapper, if you couldn't tell. Depends how I feel. I don't know. You have to wait and find out. But yeah, have a great day and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.